past 2 years have prompted millions of people from around the world to reassess their lives and specifically their jobs, realizing that they weren't getting the fulfillment that they expected or even wanted out of their jobs. And why is this happening? Could it be that people are starting to realize that productivity has no indication or correlation to their self-worth? And if you're someone who is in the rat race and stuck in this idea that your self-worth is tied to productivity, what can you do about it? I'm Thomas Edwards, creator and author of The One-Up Effect, helping top performers with families have fun becoming their best self through purpose, play, passion, and performance. In this video today, I'm going to share with you why productivity and connecting it to your self-worth is a terrible idea when it comes to living a better life. As someone who struggled with tying productivity to their identity, I can really relate to this firsthand. I struggled a lot with trying to find balance in my life. Everything in my early 20s was all about being the best, working hard, finding solutions to be more productive, be more effective. And it really did tie into my identity. When I wasn't feeling productive, I wasn't feeling like I was providing value to anyone, including myself. And there were times where if I was struggling to create more business for myself, finding new things to do, getting myself out there, it was affecting my mental health. It was affecting my mood. I would tend to be more depressed and I would lose motivation to keep doing the things that were working and were helping me create a successful business. And it wasn't until I really peaked at the height of my business that it created what is now known as like the deepest descent into depression and a terrible dark place for me that extended itself for a long period of time. And so I'm thinking about this idea of capitalism and how it gets a really, really bad rap right now because of the impact the workers within the capitalistic system are having. Within the confines of capitalism, there has been this ideal that work is life and life is work. And what has been happening is over generations, it has created an unhealthy way of living for so many people. And now we're at a place where millennials and Gen Z feel like they're working hard. I mean, some people are working 2, 3, 4 jobs, but still not feeling like they're doing enough, and they're tying this to their identity. So they're feeling like they're not enough. And it's really affecting their self-esteem. And more importantly, it's leading to more burnout. And burnout is not just this trendy term. The World Health Organization has classified burnout as a clinical syndrome that's affecting millions of people around the world. In fact, this mentality of work is life and life is work is a byproduct of certain Western ideals and cultures that romanticizes, it uplifts being busy, being super productive. I mean, look how much information that can be found under the search phrase, how to be more productive. But if you were to do that same search on how to be happy, there's less. Why is that? Well, the idea of being more productive is being intertwined with this idea of your self-worth and your value to the world. And is leading to expectations that are becoming more and more unrealistic. I mean, nowadays, if you're working in more demanding industries like tech, healthcare, finance, the expectation is you're to work more than 40 hours. Which didn't used to be the case a few generations ago. And this concept has roots that go back more than 100 years. This is even before the industrial age. In 1905, the German sociologist Max Weber argued that Calvinism, the theological framework of America's first major settlers who laid the initial foundation for the US economy, gave rise to capitalist success. And let's face it, like it actually worked. But the theory has been much debated, and research has shown that this has actually created a negative, a downside for the people who are working within the system. And you can start to feel this because I remember in my 20s when I would go hang out with people and they would ask, oh, how are you doing? I would always say, man, I'm so busy. And that would be just kind of the way to show my status as someone who's super productive and super successful. But I never really took time to think about if I actually wanted to be busy or if I was being busy to show my status to other people. Was it actually healthy for me? And this is what a lot of people are starting to realize isn't how they want to live. I mean, there's millions of videos on TikTok from people in Gen Z and millennials who are really discussing this on a deeper, sense. And they're blaming capitalism for this, but I don't know if it's necessarily capitalism that is truly the blame, or it's more about what's the substructures of capitalism that's driving people to live this way, or if it's the American culture. I mean, capitalism exists around the world, but it seems like Western culture is suffering the most from the substructures of what capitalism can do to certain people. Usually within the system, Western culture will decide that, hey, we'll just pay them more money. If they're stressed out or they feel like they're not being paid enough, we'll just pay them more. And after a certain point, it's never about how much money you can make, because if you can't spend that money, or if you can't use that money to buy yourself more time to live, then what's the point? And I think it's okay to want fulfillment from your life alongside a paycheck. I think it's also okay to want fulfillment in the work that you're doing alongside a healthy paycheck. But if you're looking to understand how you can make this shift to live a healthier life, if right now you are still within the confines of this particular structure or substructure within capitalism, I want to share just two ideas, two things that I would love for you to try out for the next 30 days. One is find ways to spend more time with the people that you absolutely love. It could be family, it could be friends, but the point is spending more time connected to other people, doing things and talking about things other than work can be really helpful, not only for your self-esteem, but for your mental wellness and your physical wellness too. Moving your body and getting your mind in a place that allows you to see and experience other things can help really boost your self-esteem and motivation. And the second thing is to do more fun things. Carve out time. I always talk about 1%, which is only 15 minutes of your day, but focusing that on doing something that you actually want to do, allowing yourself to be more autonomous, but allow that autonomy to be infused with joy and fun. It doesn't matter what you decide to do, as long as it's something that you enjoy doing that's not a part of your work. It's not every day that we get to love the work that we do or love getting paid to do something. So if you are in that position, it's even more important to do other things that allow you to show and to experience that life is meant to be lived and to have fun, and not just about work and productivity and how that's connected to your self-worth. But this is what I think. Comment below, let me know what you think. Do you tie productivity to your self-worth? Do you find yourself always saying, man, I'm so busy, yet you're unhappy? What is that about? And are you looking for different ways? Are you willing to try out these two ideas that I shared with you for the next 30 days? Please subscribe, hit that bell, get notified when we put out videos, which happen almost every single day. And if you found this video interesting or inspiring, please share this with someone who might find this interesting or inspiring too. I'd love to hear what they have to say and get them in on the conversation. And if you'd like to learn the exact process and science behind leveling up your health, wealth, self, family, marriage, your career, your business, have fun, reduce stress, and not feel the need to sacrifice personal happiness or professional ambition, you can go to thomasedwardsjr.com. Once again, this is Thomas Edwards reminding you to make life a game that you can win and have fun playing. Until next time, I'll see you around.